as well. All right, well, hey guys, I'm back. Obviously, had a great conference in San Antonio. It was absolutely awesome. We did basically 2.5 days of conferences of different stuff. It was a lot. Got the opportunity to spend some time with Chaz White, which is HR. Got some time with Ryan Daly, which is Channel Partners Updates. Ryan Anderson, which is talking about some FSM trainings and stuff like that. And then we got spend some time with Kylan Wiebel over Field Excellence. And then Kylan, excuse me, also went over some different things about branding as far as the company goes. And then Alberto did a presentation on crucial conversations, and then so on and so forth. Had a lot of the FSMs give different presentations over a lot of different things. Got to hear a lot of good stuff come out of the conference. The biggest part of the conference that we talked about as a whole was teamwork and building a team of dedicated, highly motivated people and having highly motivated, dedicated people on the team. One of the biggest things we talked about is we've all read a book, and Jason, in fact, hold on. Sorry. Jason, in fact, asked to read this book before I did, and I gave it to him, and then I read it. And then this book is the one that we went over at the conference. It's called The Ideal Team Player. And basically, the whole book is about hiring a replacement in a company. And they go through and they talk about how to build a team and things like that. But one of the biggest things is they talk about is how to work together as a team to find one goal and don't be a jackass is basically the how the book puts it. And that's one thing that throughout the meeting we got to break down the teams and things like that. They also have in the back of the book they have an assessment to where you they go over the 5 dysfunctions of a team, which is another book that we have that I will be reading. I've started reading it already. So there's been a lot of great things come out from the meeting. One big thing that I want to talk about is I noticed that we've spent a lot of time worrying about the scorecard and where we sit and what number we are and things like that. Well, one thing on that is we're going to start throttling back on worrying so much about the scorecard and if we're number 1 or number 5 or number 500 or whatever. One thing as a team I want to start working on is our smaller things. One big problem that we're having right now, and we need to get this fixed as soon as possible, is we're dealing with a lot of on start times being bad. We're missing the missing getting to our jobs on time the first time, and so I want us to get together and kind of work on that a little bit. I'm actually bringing it up as we speak, and I will be sharing my screen here in just a second about our on start times. Let me see here. Come on. Besides that, I'm going to kind of start it go, and while I'm getting this going, and go around and ask how everybody's Thanksgiving went, how their little time off with their family went. We'll start off at the top and start with Dakota. It looks like Dakota may not be able to talk. I know that he's down there in Lufkin area.
Hey, Derek, before you do that, just for some of the newer guys, can you clarify what the on-start time is?
Yeah, absolutely. So what on start time is if you have a job at 8 a.m., you have until 8:15 to get there before you're considered late for that job, late on start time. Okay. Um, Obviously, we know that some of us have some travel to get to our jobs, and that is built in. Also, if you have a job that does not that starts in the 10 o'clock arrival window, that is built in too. Okay, so if it's the 10 o'clock arrival, then we want to make sure that we're getting there at 10 a.m. as well as 8 a.m. Right? Um, so if your job is an 8 to 12 arrival, then we need to be there at 8 a.m. That's basically what we're talking about. We need to make sure that we're getting to those jobs before 8 a.m. at 8 a.m. on the dot. Is that a little bit more clear? Does everybody understand that a little bit better? Anybody got some questions over that?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Awesome. Let me scroll
Hey,
down.
Derek, on that to clarify, everybody knows like if your job is an hour or well, more than an hour away, then they take in consideration that you're probably going to be there after that 8:15. So let's say if your job's at 8 and it's an hour and a half away, you're not going to be there till obviously 8:30 if you leave at 7. So they do take that in consideration.
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if it's over an hour drive away from your home, you are expected to leave your house at 7 a.m. That's fine, guys. We understand that it's going to take you a little bit longer than an hour to get there, so we need to be leaving at 7 a.m. to get there before 8 a.m. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen here. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So as you can see right here is our team. And it starts off January. I'm going to scroll over to, let me go all the way to the bottom here and scroll over. This is stupid. Let me see here. Come on. Stupid thing. I hate this page because it is so wide. All right. So here we are, November 12th week, right? Had some 100%, 75, 7500s. Jason, 40%. Larry, 75%. Manny, 50%. Tyler, 0%. And Victor, 0%. On start times. November 5th week, Dakota was 66. Rouse was 66. Jason, 33. Larry, 0. Manny, 33. Patrick, 50. And then Victor, Tyler, hundreds. So as you can see here, guys, we're running into some issues with getting to jobs on time. That's one of the small things that we need to look at as far as getting to teamwork, right? When we're running behind, that makes our jobs sometimes fall behind. Thus, we're reaching out to the rest of the team and asking, hey, I'm running behind. Can we pick up some jobs? Now, I would expect if we're still in the field and we're still working and we haven't clocked out for the day, then we need to step up as a team and start helping each other. But we want to start working on that on start time, guys. Getting our jobs at 8 a.m. and making sure we're working to leave our houses on time to get to those. Another thing that we want to look at is, excuse me, hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Another thing we want to look at is, I've seen it pick up, and that's great, but the good mornings on Zinc, that helps us all out when it comes to knowing that you're up and moving and getting going, things like that. And it also builds a camaraderie within the team, make sure we're all talking and things like that. One thing that I have seen on Zinc lately is we're spending a lot more time talking. We're getting a little bit more vocal on Zinc. We're helping each other out. We're posting things like that. I don't want to lose that, guys. We've been fantastic at that thus far, and I appreciate it. We want to make sure that we're conversating as a team. The other thing is end of days. When you're done, you are required to place an end of day post on Zinc and the town that you were in. Okay. The reason we do that is if somebody needs some help and you're going to be traveling past them, we want to make sure that we're not leaving anybody out in the field stranded and not have any help. So if you put, we need everybody to place an end of day post on Zinc. Hey, end of day in, town A, and everybody knows where you're headed to go home. Everybody knows where we all live. So we know that you may be passing us, and if we need some help, we need some help. Okay? I understand that everybody wants to get off and go spend time with their friends and family and stuff like that. And I do appreciate that, but we also need to realize that we are a team here, and that let's help our brothers out in the field as much as possible. If we talk to them and they say, no, I'm good, don't worry about it. I'm good to go. Got everything I need, just running a little behind, but I got it. Then that's when we start looking at going home for the day. Okay. Anybody have any questions on that? No questions? Okay. Another good thing that came out. Oh, wrong one. Where is it at? This just came out yesterday. Where's it at? There it is. This just came out yesterday, and it's awesome. I'm going to show y'all our market flags for the area. And what they did is they added DTH and third party. Although our DTH here in Longview has shut down, those guys are done. I was actually at the 3PL yesterday and talked to them, and they have been depleted. They are no longer working on Vivint stuff. So it is all us now, guys. So congrats on that. We, as we can see from the schedule today, we are definitely busy. That's a good thing. I'm waiting on this market capacity report to load, but we're staying busy now, guys. Our Louisiana guys, they have been opened up to Cal over to Monroe to help out. Monroe has a lot of flags over there. So we're going to be helping them out. Here we go. Also, hiring our rec in Tyler got closed by HR for some reason. It was an accident. They closed or moved it actually to another FSM, and so now that's going to be reopened. That was reopened as of yesterday. So I will be reaching out and doing some interviews on that and getting hired up in the Tyler area. So guys, here is the new flags. I don't know how many people have ever seen this before, but this is kind of the stuff I'm going to start showing and kind of giving, into what we look at. Right now in the central region, the biggest market right now that is behind is Lufkin, and they have 4 flags. But after that, everything drops down tremendously. Okay, so obviously we're going to be looking to get a little bit of help down in Lufkin and things like that. Try to get a couple guys cowed down there during the week and see if we can't knock those flags out right quick. But everybody else in the region is looking fantastic. So that's with field service, retail, and DTH. So as you can see, there's only one SHP, which is Dakota in the Lufkin area. And we have 4 flags, so we're running a little bit heavy down in Lufkin, but that's fine. We're going to get that knocked out fairly quickly, and then we'll be good to go there, and then the region will be looking great. This isn't a whole lot of concern right now. Lufkin is not a whole lot of concern. We know that it's been backed up and things like that, but Dakota's been doing a great job staying busy down there and getting stuff knocked out. Also, get rid of that. One big thing is I'm going to be doing my due diligence. Like I've talked about, I'm going to start looking at some of the smaller stuff, some of the small things going forward to make sure that we're getting the small things taken care of. One big thing right now is if you have VCE on your truck, let's make sure that we're using VCE first on any service ticket, and make sure that we're working with that. Now, I do know that some of us were coming up on the VCE report for cell units, and now they have, as of yesterday, fixed that. And if you have a VCE cell unit on your truck, but it does not work for signal purposes in the area that you were in, you are not going to be dinged for not using VCE because of signal problems. So if you're using a CMA 6 and you have a CMV4, but your CMV4 is refurbished, but you have to use a CMA 6 because of signal, you're not going to be dinged because you didn't use the refurbished one first. So that's good. That's going to knock some of us off of the VCE list. That's great news. The other thing is, did everybody see last week about 401k matching?
Yes, sir.
Everybody see that? That's big, guys. That is real big. So now Vivint is going to start matching our 401ks. That's one thing we've been looking for as a company and as employees, and they have finally started doing that. So that's amazing. Dustin, you got a question?
Hey, I got a question with that.
Yeah.
I brought this up with the whole Brian thing, being out for surgery. So I can't remember, when does our benefit start? January 1 or is it March?
January 1.
Okay. And so let's say with the 401k, and I think I remember seeing this, that you can go in and change that at any time, right? You can add more percentage and if you wanted to.
Correct. Absolutely. In fact, as soon as I saw that email come out and I saw that they were matching, I went in and changed mine.
Okay. And second,
yeah.
Can we make, like, let's say we did, I used to not subscribe, whatever, subscribe to short-term disability, but then I took it off for this next year.
Mm-hmm.
Can I still make for that going into next year, or I mean before then, or is it too late? I got SOL.
That one I don't know about. We can get with HR on that, but I do believe that is part of your benefits. So when you signed up for your benefits, then that was, benefits have closed down now, so there's no more signing up for that. But we will double check with HR to be sure on that.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. And Dustin, you had a question? Mott?
No.
Okay. Anybody got any questions on that? No? Y'all are being quiet this morning. All right, so I'm going to ask, what's the overall feeling, guys? How are y'all thinking we're looking so far, and what do y'all think about the how we're going to do the next basically month, finish off the year?
I think we'll be fine. We just need to do the small things like we've always said.
Anybody else? There's no wrong answer here, guys. I'm just asking people to open up and kind of share what they think. Man, crickets this morning. Y'all must be getting ready to go into some customers' houses. All right. Yeah. Kerry brought it up a second ago. I wanted to bring it up also. Brian. Got an email from Brian last night. Finally got his FMLA paperwork filled out. Looks like he's going to be out for the next 12 to 18 weeks. That is what the doctor is saying the recovery time for his injury is. We will be getting with HR today and getting all that set up. So as of right now, guys, I do know that Kerry and Dustin were added to Brian's team group. So the guys on Brian's team, please keep posting in your chat board, on your Zine board. And Kerry and Dustin and Victor are all on that board. So Larry and Dakota, if y'all have any questions, please just feel free to reach out on your team board, and we'll definitely be able there to help you out and be available to take care of anything. We will be seeing if how Brian's doing. We'll be checking in with them, things like that. Still part of the team. Everybody, if you haven't yet, reach out to him, say, hey, thinking of you, whatever. Just kind of let him know, that we're still here and, can't wait for him to get better and get back in here, get back to us. So besides that, I'm going to go down the list. Dustin, do you have anything from the squad leader side?
No, sir. Let's just keep doing what we're doing and then make sure we're touching on those small things.
Awesome. Kerry?
No, sir. You pretty much covered everything.
Mr. Lugo.
Good morning, everybody. Just like Dustin been posting the past couple of days, we got a few trainings to take care of, guys, and get them knocked out as soon as possible. I know Jason said he need a few more days. That's fine. Just get those knocked out, but get those knocked out in a timely fashion, guys. Pretty much it.
Awesome. Yeah, I wanted to I'm going to extend that out for the whole team. Guys, the trainings that just came out, let's everybody by end of day Friday, let's please get those knocked out. Now, guys, if today is your last day of work, which that's going to be Larry and Tyler, let's make sure that those trainings get done today, guys. And if tomorrow's your last day of work for the week, then make sure that those are knocked out by end of day tomorrow, obviously. But we want to make sure that those are getting knocked out and taken care of. One more thing, guys. Time cards. We've really been slacking on getting our time cards submitted lately, and we need to change that mindset. Make sure that we are all doing our time cards the last day of the week that we work after the last shift. If today is your last day, after you do your reconciliation, then you clock out and submit your time card. Okay? Make sure we're getting that taken care of. Again, small things, guys. I don't want to be chasing you on Monday morning on your day off, if you're off on Mondays, to submit your time card. If you need to, set a reminder on your calendar. I think I sent out calendar invites to everybody on the team to help them submit their time cards. If I haven't, I will be doing that. It looks like the only ones I've done so far is the Thursdays. I will be setting the rest of those up. and putting those in there so that we remember to submit our time cards. Last thing, I want to reach out and say thank you to Victor and the leadership team for taking over and running a good shift while I was out at conference and out on vacation in Houston. Y'all did an amazing job. My phone wasn't ringing a whole lot. Y'all took control, and I appreciate it. I did. Victor did that while running a full schedule for the week, so I know that him and I talked a couple times, and it was very, very trying on him because trying to deal with customers and trying to deal with the whole team getting phone calls, it sucks. But he did a great job, so I wanted to let everybody know that we appreciated Victor. Thank you so much for what you did, and really appreciate all the hard work. Guys, I did pick up a little something for him and in Houston that I'm going to be giving to him. I will let everybody know. It's no big surprise. I've already told him. Victor, I picked him up a T-shirt in Houston. I'm going to be giving to him when I see him next. And he wanted a Jose Altuve Houston Astros MVP shirt, so that's what he got. But I appreciate it, Vic. Thank you for all the hard work, and the other squad leaders as well. Thank you all for taking the reins while I was at conference and out on vacation. So appreciate it. Y'all are doing a great job. Let's go out there and kill it. I know that we have a busy day today. Lots of jobs on the schedule. I've been looking at the schedule, scrubbing, trying to see exactly where they're making mistakes, and obviously they're still doing it. I know that we got a couple things we need to look at as far as licensing goes, but we'll get that taken care of. And I'm going to stick around for a little bit. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to stick around for a few minutes, and we'll talk about it. If not, guys, again, awesome job. Thank y'all so much, and appreciate all the hard work and dedication. Let's go out there and get them.
All right, Derek.
Yeah.
I just looked at my email from Dustin on my fire license,
Yeah.
and corporate emailed him back and said I got instructions to get a live scan. I already did my live scan I was one of the first ones to do it.
Okay. Did you send in a copy of your receipt? Did you email a copy of your receipt to licensing?
No.
Okay. So they don't know that you've done it if you didn't send in your receipt to them.
Okay.
So if you look at the email that they sent you, at the bottom of the email, it says, once you completed the live scan, please take a picture, a copy of this receipt, and forward it to us so that we know that it's been done.
Because I did that like my first or second week here, so.
Okay. So what you're telling me is you don't have that receipt.
I don't know that I do. To be honest about it, I don't know that I do.
Okay. So we need to see if we can't find that receipt. If not, we need to get in contact with them and see if they can get us another receipt so that you can forward that in.
Yeah, is it the place in Longview that I went to? Right?
Did you go to Longview, or is that the one in Dallas?
I know I went to the fingerprint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did my fingerprint in Longview.
Okay. Then if you can't find that receipt, we need to get in touch with them and see if they can't get you a receipt for that day. And then that receipt needs to be forwarded to licensing.
All right. Today, after my last service ticket, would you like me to come to Longview and get some of those door locks and stuff from you?
I will let you know. Where are you at today? You're in Tyler all day?
Yeah, I'm in Tyler all day. Oh, well, I take that back. I'm in Tyler for this first install this morning, and then I'm in Mineola.
Okay. Actually, you're in White House, and then Mineola, and then Tyler.
Huh?
Yeah. Your first job is in
No,
White.
my first job is in Bullard.
The address says White House, 1918 Golden Bay, White House, Texas.
Nope. It's in Bullard. That's wrong.
So, what does the address say on your first job?
It says 122 Boys D Arc Drive, Bullard, Texas.
Let me refresh here.
And then I just got a job thrown on me, I guess, this morning. That's back in Tyler from Mineola. So didn't realize that until now. I looked at it last night, like late last night too, and I didn't have a third job on there, but I do now.
Okay, hold on. I'm refreshing my click. Give me just a second.
I knew I'd been there before.
All right, today is Tuesday. Let's go to Wednesday. No, I'm still showing 1918 White House Drive.
You shouldn't. I'm gonna be in Bullard this morning.
Let me see.
I mean, I actually even know the customer, so I know for a fact I'll be in Bullard this morning.
Give me just a second. Let's see here. Waiting on my tech genie here.
All right. On that deal where me and Victor got 100%, what is that for? Was that saying that we're 100% late or 100% on time?
100% on time. The zeros mean that you weren't on time at all. 0 times that week.
Okay.
You want to be 100. You don't want to be 0.
Well, I was just wondering because I didn't know. But yeah, I was 100, so.
This is weird. This is weird.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, Check Genie bit the dust yesterday. So wouldn't surprise me if it's doing it on you.
Because you're right. Tech Genie's telling you Bullard, but Click is telling me something different. Okay.
Why does mine at the top of my schedule? It always says like the top left corner. It says not on Click.
Oh, that's nothing.
It says it always in red, not in Click.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me take a look at this and go ahead and head out to that first job.
Oh yeah, I'm already on my way.
All right, man.
I'm already on it, boss. I got to sit there for a little bit. She said that she